Good morning all, or hello all, wherever you are. Thank you for joining us again. We're on the 5th video of the 2024 to 2025 season. We've got another 12 apples here to try. And before we go on, I just want to say thank you for all those who watched the last video and you seem to enjoy it very much. We thought it was quite fun. Kayla's actually, she's not being filmed today, but she'll be joining us again in the future.
Yes, she is listening.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
So over to you, Nigel.
Yeah, okay. Today then, 12 apples. We've got mainly white flesh today. A couple that we haven't seen before, some old favourites, and two of our own seedlings. So the first apple is one I got from a guy in Austria, and this is known as Fromm's Gold Rennell. It's a beautiful apple looking rather like Golden Noble. I've never tasted this before, and there was only one apple on the tree. Unfortunately, I've forgotten my normal knife today, so I'm having to improvise with a dessert knife. It's very, very white, the flesh, and quite a nice smell. Quite soft.
It's one of these crumbly ones, isn't it?
It's crumbly.
Can we have it? I think we need another piece, a bit bigger this time.
That's a good word, yeah. It is crumbly, it's quite attractive. Can't quite use this knife very well. I'll get used to it in a minute. Well, I like that.
Yeah, I do.
It's good.
It's got a unique taste to it.
Yes, it's a sort
Soft, the skin isn't bad at all.
Yes, it's quite pleasant, and it's.
But I think the flavour lets it down a little, so I'm not going to give it top marks. But for me, that's definitely a 4.
Yeah, I agree. A good 4, that.
Yeah.
It's not as sharp as Golden Noble. It's a gentler sort of flavour.
Yeah, yeah.
The second one is an apple from the Swiss grower and Swiss nursery Lubera, and this is an apple called Utopia. It's white fleshed again. I'm struggling with this knife. There we go. It's got a sort of cream coloured flesh.
It's more crispy.
Which is quite firm, isn't it? But not hard. Very juicy.
But it kind of lacks that punch, that taste. It's just
Yeah, I agree. It's good.
Good,
But you'd eat it without comment probably if it was in your lunch bag.
Yeah. So for me, that's definitely a 3.
Okay. I think I'll give it a 3.5. It's I think it's slightly better than a 3 for me.
Right.
So 3 for Julie. The next one is called Chivers Delight, and you may be familiar with Chivers Jams and Marmalade, and it's the same company. This apple was used in the early days of the Chivers company as the basis of many of their jams. The Chivers name still exists, but it's being taken over now. Did you hold this up to the camera? Can't remember. There we go. A nice orange skinned fruit. Oh, this eats quite well, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's
I'd rate it
more crunchy.
slightly better than the last one, I think.
It's got some taste. I think a 4 for me.
I think that's a 4.5 for me. I like that. A bit more.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's got a good balance. It's not too acidic, but it's not too bland.
Yeah. I agree. 4.5.
That's very pleasant. And the fourth one, another one from my friend in Austria. This is Crown Prince Rudolph. I guess from the name it's quite an old variety, but I don't know much about it, and there's not much about it on the internet. It's a beautiful looking apple. The skin is very, very clean, and I've never seen any disease on it. It's a very mild flavour, isn't it? It's not as sweet as I thought it might be.
No.
It's got a very nice white flesh.
I'm going to give it a 3.5.
I think it actually looks better than it tastes, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. 3.5. That's fair. It's a lovely shape, flat and conical. This next one is a Leicestershire apple. This is Dumoulin seedling. Is that mine? Oh, thank you, Paula. Very kind of you.
Pardon?
Right, this is a Leicestershire apple, Dumoulin seedling. This originated in Shackleton in Leicestershire. It's a little bit unfair to eat it without cooking it. It's an excellent cooker. But its reputation is it's reasonable for eating as well. Nice white flesh, rather soft. Not much of a flavour really, is it? Do you think so?
I didn't think so either.
Yeah.
For me, I mean, it's fine to eat in a packed lunch or something, but for me that's a 3.
Yeah, you'd eat it. I'd even be tempted to call it 2.5, to be honest. Yeah, so I'll put you down for a 3, Julie.
Yeah.
No, I'll be generous. It is it's not a bad experience eating that. So 3, giving 6. Next one is a well-known apple, James Grieve. I think this is believed to be a Cox's Orange Pippin seedling, but no one actually knows. I suppose you could do a DNA test these days and deduce what the parents were. There we go.
Yeah. This is very nice.
Wow, that is good.
To me, this is a 5.
Yeah, I agree. Nothing much to say. Balance of the flavours is good. Skin just vanishes as you eat it. It looks great. Yeah, an easy 5. The next one is an apple that a lot of people pick too soon. It's actually Adam's Pomain, and if you pick this too soon, it is extremely tart, and that's why a lot of people don't seem to like it. You have to wait for it to ripen. It's never been much good on the commercial market because if you think about when you pick it, all the pickers disappear at the end of October. Not bad. I don't think it's fully ripe yet.
No.
It's not as good as that last one.
No. 3.5 for me.
Yeah, the tartness has gone, so I think we've probably waited just about long enough. Yeah, I'm going to give it 3.5 as well. A little bit disappointing, that one. It can be concentrated and rich, but it certainly isn't this year. Right, this one is called Bismarck. Bismarck. Thank you. Don't know a lot about this one. It's got nice. It's rather firm. It's, as you can probably see, I'm struggling a bit cutting it.
Yeah, definitely crispy.
Yeah. That's not bad. We found this tree in Church Langton when we were looking for the Langton nonsuch, which is a Leicestershire apple. I think that's about a 4 for me. It's quite firm.
See, not for me. To me, that would be a 2.5.
Really? Oh, there's a little bit of bitterness in the skin. Okay, I'll put you down for 2.5. 6.5. Next one is an apple that we haven't really looked at previously. I think we might have seen it in one tasting some years ago. This is an apple that we found growing wild in Seagrave.
Quite a heavy apple.
It is, it's dense.
Yeah.
It's very late. And we found 2 apples in Seagrave, this one and a slightly earlier one. It is firm. It looks rather earthy. I'll just hold it closer to the camera so you can see the colours. It's a rather dull red.
The skin's a bit tough on this one.
It felt tough when I was trying to cut it. Oh, it's firm and crisp, and the skin is too tough. It's only okay for me.
Nothing special about that at all. Skin's tough.
Yeah.
It's got to be, well
I'm
suitable. I'm going to say 3.
Yeah, I'm going to go for 2.5 on that one.
Yeah.
I think that probably is a tree that's not worth keeping. But I'll keep it for a little bit longer to see if it improves for next year. This one we haven't tasted before. This is an apple from the Isle of Wight, and it's called Little Pax, P-A-X. I found out about this apple coming from the Isle of Wight about a fortnight ago, and I didn't grow this myself. This is from a friend's plot. Oh, you've got a bad piece there, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to poison you, wait a minute. Is that better? There you go.
Yeah.
That's, yeah, relatively okay. Put that one over there. So.
Just trying to poison me first.
There's the colour. Nice orange skin there. Beautiful looking fruit. And it's not too shiny, so it doesn't go sticky. That's a lovely fruit, that is.
Anything that lets that down is the skin.
It's not bad though, is it, the skin?
No. It doesn't leave an aftertaste, that's one thing.
It's a lovely warm
just
flavour.
lacks a little bit on the flavour side. So for me that would be a 4.
I was
It's
thinking,
certainly a very nice apple.
I'm tempted to give it a 5, but it has got that defect that you said. I think I'm going to give it 4.5. It's not quite perfect, but it is very, very good.
Yeah.
So 4, that's 8.5. Now we've got two oddities now, two of our seedlings that we've bred. The first one is a seedling from an apple bred by Albert Etta, one of his so-called sweet crab apples. You can see it's a nice colour, it's quite big. And it's a deep red-fleshed apple. Okay, Julie. It's cooking apple size. It's very consistent in size on the tree. They're all as big as this. So it's a little bit big for an eater. It's very tender, but it's not too soft. And the skin's good. And as you can see, it's very pretty.
The only thing that lets it down is the flavour.
It's not a rich flavour, is it?
No, for me that would be a 3.
I think I would give it a 4. I quite like that there's a hint of berries in it. I can just about taste possibly red currant or blackberry. And the last one is a seedling from a Leicestershire apple. It's the Chapman apple. We sowed a pip, and this is what we got. And it's a nice little eating apple. I tried one of these yesterday. There you go.
Okay.
It's fairly firm, white fleshed.
Skin just dissolves.
Yes, it does. A bit more. I really like this. It's not particularly concentrated in flavour, but it would be a nice everyday apple that you put in your lunchbox. Nice size, and it's not too overpowering. Just something nice to finish off your lunch.
4.
Okay, I'm going to give it a 4.5. As an eating experience, it's a bit better than this, the previous one. The previous one, however, is quite good for cooking. It retains its colour when you cook it.
The only thing that lets it down for me is the flavour. It's not
Yeah.
quite there.
Okay, let's hold this up to the camera so you can see. It's slightly wet this week because of the unfamiliar knife, and I've got juice everywhere. There we go.
Brilliant.
I just summarise it. So we've got James Grieve coming top with 10, Chivers coming second with 9, Little Pax and this last seedling 8.5, and From's Gold Rennell at 8, and the others are the also rans. Okay, I hope you found that interesting.
Yeah, I think we'll be doing another video at some point.
Yeah, we will.
Later in the season. Maybe.
Yeah, perhaps the late keepers, or if I can find a few more apples in a week or two that are still okay. But it's getting late now. We're on November the 6th.
Yeah.
So we're really into winter storing apples now.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, folks.
Thanks, folks.